So in India you can find different types of temple architecture. Okay, like Nagara style of architecture, Nagara style, Dravidian, okay, Vesara, Vesara style, Nayanara style, okay, Pala style of temple architecture. Okay, so Nagara style of architecture, it is more prevalent in North India. Okay, or the Nagara style of temple architecture, it is developed in North India, especially during the Gupta's period. As I mentioned earlier, the temple architecture reached its zenith level. Okay, during Gupta's period. Okay, so Nagara style of temple architecture were developed during Gupta's period. Then it is important to know what are the features of Nagara style of temple architecture, as well as the temples which were constructed with the characteristic of Nagara style of architecture. Okay, so in Nagara style of temple architecture, temples are generally constructed in a Panchayatan style. Okay, so what is that Panchayatan style? Can you see the images? Here we can see that this is the temple. This is the main shrine. This is the main shrine. Okay, and adjacent site of the shrines there are subsidiary shrines. Here, this one, this one, this one, this one. These are the subsidiary shrines. Okay, and this is the main shrine. So this style of temple architecture, it is called Panchayatan style. Okay. So this type of temple architecture, it is called Panchayatan style. So Panchayatan style of temple architecture are present both in Nagara school of architecture as well as the Dravidian school of architecture. Okay, Panchayatan style of temple architecture, it is present both in Nagara school of architecture as well as the Dravidian school of architecture. So in Nagara style of architecture, apart from the Panchayatan style of temple making, okay, the temples of the Nagara style even consist the mandap, or it is also called as assembly hall, mandapa or assembly hall, where the people, okay, or where the devotees of the deity can sit and can worship. Okay, so this mandap hall, or assembly hall, it is present exactly opposite to the Garbhagraha, exactly opposite to the Garbhagraha, like this. This is the Garbhagraha. Okay, this is the Garbhagraha, and exactly opposite the Garbhagraha, this is the hall, assembly hall, or it is also called as mandapa. Okay, some temple they have multiple mandapas also, and some temple they have single mandapa. Okay, then apart from mandapa, outside the Garbhagraha, here, outside the Garbhagraha, here along the two sides of that Garbhagraha, images of the river goddess and Gangas were present. Okay, this is a remarkable feature of Nagara style of architecture. Okay, outside the Garbhagraha, images of river Ganga and Yamuna Bay were placed. In Dravidian style of architecture, sculptures were placed. Sculptures. Okay, sculptures or statue were placed just outside the Garbhagraha. But in Nagara style of architecture, images were present just outside the Garbhagraha. Okay, then next, in Nagara style of architecture, there is
Sir,
no reservoir or there is no presence of water tank. Okay,
sir,
the temple
Sir, can you
complex,
slide back?
this one.
No, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Then in Nagara style of temple architecture,
Sir,
there was an absence of reservoir and water tank. Okay, water
sir,
tank or a reservoir were not present in the Nagara style of temple architecture.
sir,
Tell me, Bapu.
sir, previous slide, sir. Sir.
Written.
Wait, sir.
Hmm. Make a short note of the topics here. Don't make it full notes
हाँ
or
sir.
don't write whole sentence.
No sir, short note sir. Okay sir, over.
Short note only. Okay, so till now we discussed that in Nagara style of temple architecture, they have constructed the temple in a Panchayatan style. Okay, then mandap or hall were present exactly in front of the principal shrine. Okay, and outside the Garbhagriha, images of the river goddess like Ganga and Yamuna were placed. Okay, then in Nagara style of temple architecture, there were no sign of water tanks or reservoir. Water tanks or reservoir were not present in the Nagara style of architecture, but it was present in Dravidian style of architecture. Water reservoir or water tank, okay, is present in Dravidian style of architecture, which is South Indian temple style of architecture. There we can see water tanks or reservoir, okay, or this water tanks or reservoir, popularly it is called Kund. Popularly it is called Kund, or Kunda means South India. Okay, Kundadam in South India. So this waterway or reservoir were not present in the Nagara style, but it was present in Dravidian style of architecture. Okay, and the temples of the Dravidian style of architecture were built on a high raised platform. Okay, high raised platform. Here we can see. See, can you see this thing? Right? This is the Konark temple, and this is a platform. So on platform temple was built. Okay. So in Nagara style of temple architecture, temples were built on a high raised platform. Okay, a platform was raised one. Okay. Not like a Dravidian style of architecture where there was the absence of high raised platform. Okay, and portico. Porticos of the temples are there, right? They were supported by the pillar. Pillar were there. Take an example. This is the shrine. This is the inside of the temple. Okay, and this is a portico. This portico was supported by the pillar, or this portico got support from the pillar. Okay, this is mandapa, assembly hall. This is the pillar. This is the portico. This is a portico, right? So in Nagara style of temple architecture, this portico are okay fixed on pillars, or this portico were constructed with the support of the pillars. Understood? Then apart from
Sir,
that,
can you please explain, sir?
hmm, this is a temple
The
shrine,
portico,
right?
what is that portico,
Garbhagriha.
sir?
Garbhagriha. Portico, you know, in Hindi it is called chhajja. Can you see this thing? The
Sir,
roof.
if you have the image, you can show me, sir.
That roof is in. Take an example. This is a temple shrine, right? And here it is a roof. Okay. Here, this is the Garbhagriha where the statue of the deity has put, right? And this is the door. Immediately in front of the door, there is a hall, assembly hall, right? So in the corners of the assembly hall, pillars are there like this, right? And above the top of the pillar, there is a one roof, right? That roof, it is called portico. That roof, it is called portico. In Hindi, it is called chhajja. Okay, so this portico was supported with the pillars. Okay, now understood?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Then around the Garbhagriha, this is the Garbhagriha, right? Or main shrine. Inside the main shrine, okay, there is a Garbhagriha or Sanctum Sorum. Okay, so around the Garbhagriha, there is a ambulatory passage like this. So there was a ambulatory passage for the, Pradakshina Pata, ferries or Pradakshina. So for the purpose of Pradakshina, that one ambulatory passage was constructed around the Garbhagriha or around the Sanctum Sorum. Okay, that passage it is called Pradakshina Pata. This passage it is called Pradakshina Pata. This passage Pradakshina Pata was also present in stupas. Remember, Buddhist sculptures or Buddhist architecture. Stupas were also in stupas are also this what do you call Pradakshina Patha was present. So in Nagara style of architecture also Pradakshina Patha was present. Okay. Apart from that, okay, in Nagara style of architecture there was a absence of boundary wall. There was a absence of boundary wall. Okay, or here we can see. Can you see any type of boundary wall here? There is no such boundary wall. Here also there is no such boundary wall. Just the temple were constructed on a high raised platform. Boundary wall we can see in the what do you call Dravidian style of architecture. In Dravidian style of architecture, this could be the boundary wall, or inside this boundary wall, temple shrines will be there. Like this Pancharatna here. This is main shrine. This is subsidiary shrine like this, and this is the boundary wall. So this boundary wall is present in the Dravidian style of architecture. But in Nagara style of architecture, boundary wall is not present. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then next, what about the shikharas, which were present in Nagara style of architecture? So in Nagara style of architecture, generally there are three types of shikharas. There are three types of shikhara. Latina. This is Latina. This shikhara is there, right? This is called Latina or Rekha Prasad Shikhara. Okay. So the base of this Shikhara, it is square. The base of this Shikhara, it is square. Okay. And the walls of this Shikhara, it is curved inward. We can see here. Can you see, right? The walls of the Shikhara are there, right? It is curved inward. Okay. To a point at the top. This is the top. And the walls of the Shikhara were curved inward to the top of the Shikhara. Okay, so this type of Shikhara, it is called Latina Shikhara or Rekha Prasad Shikhara. And the base of this Shikhara is a square. Then second type of Shikhara, it is a Phamsana. Phamsana. This type of Shikhara, it is called Phamsana. Okay, and the base of this Shikhara, it is in a square shape only. The base of this Phamsana Shikhara, it is in a square shape. But the base of the Phamsana Shikhara, it is broader and larger than the base of the Latina or Rekha Prasad Shikhara. Very, very important. Please remember. Okay. The base of the Phamsana Shikhara, it is broader and larger than the Shikhara of the Latina or Rekha Prasad. Okay. But the height of this Phamsana Shikhara is lesser. It is lesser than the Latina or Rekha Prasad Shikhara. You can see in the picture also. This is, yes, wait a minute. This is that, Latina or Rekha Prasad Shikhara. Okay, which is not broader, but its height is more than the Phamsana. And this is the Phamsana Shikhara. It is broader than the Latina Shikhara, but the height of the Phamsana Shikhara, it is lesser than the Latina Shikhara. Okay. And what do you call, in this Phamsana Shikhara also, there was a slopes. At regular interval, there was a slopes. Okay. And these slopes are moving upward. These slopes are moving upward. Downward slopes are like this. These are downward slopes. But the slopes are like this. The slopes of the Phamsana, it is, moving upward to a top point. Right? All of you, can you able to see Phamsana Shikhara?
Yes, sir.
Then third type of Shikhara, that is a Vallabhi. Okay. So Vallabhi Shikhara, base it is rectangular in shape. Unlike in Latina or Phamsana, where the base of the Shikhara it was square shape, in Vallabhi type of Shikhara, the base of the Shikhara it is in a rectangular shape. And the height of the Shikhara is also less when compared to the Latina Shikhara or Phamsana Shikhara. Okay. And here you can see that Shikhara of in Vallabhi type of Shikhara, here the shikara started with a rectangular base, okay, and the roof of the shikara, it is rising upward into a vaulted chambers. So the roof of this shikara, it is rising upward with a vaulted chamber. Okay, that vaulted chamber, it is absent in Latina Shikara or a Rekha Prasad Shikara. Okay, so in short, Wasabi Shikara, base of the Wasabi Shikara is rectangular. Okay, and the Shikara of the Wasabi Shikara is, you know, moving upward or rising upward into a vaulted chamber. So this is the detailed description of the types of Shikara which can be found in Nagara style of temple architecture. Okay, that is Latina Shikara, Phamsana Shikara and Wasabi Shikara. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then at the end of the Shikara or at the end of the vertical end of the Shikara, you know, at the vertical end of the Shikara, there is a one horizontal fluted disc structure. So there is a one horizontal, okay, fluted disc structure that is called Amalak. Here we can see. So this is the beginning of the Shikara. Okay, and the end of the vertical Shikara we can find here one, you know, fluted disc structure. So this structure, it is called Amala. This structure, it is called Amala. Here also we can find this is Amala, right? So this disc fluted structure is there, right, which is at the top of the or end vertical end of the Shikara, that is called Amala. So top of this Amala, there is a one pot, that is an ornamental pot or a, you know, structural pot. So that pot, it is called Kalasha. On the top of the Amala, there is a one pot. So that pot might be an ornamental pot or a structural pot. Okay, so that pot, it is called Kalasha. That pot, it is called Kalasha. Understood? Then inside the temple, the walls of the temples are there, right? Like this. The walls of the temple, they were divided into three vertical planes. The walls of the temples, they were divided into three vertical planes. Okay, so these vertical planes are known as Triratha. These vertical planes are known as Triratha. In later times, the walls of the temples were divided into 5 vertical planes or 7 vertical planes. In later time, the walls of the temples were divided into 5 vertical planes or 7 vertical planes and even the 9 vertical planes. Okay, so 5 vertical planes, that is called Pancharatha, 7 vertical planes, that is Saptaratha, and 9 vertical plane is called Navratna. Navratha. So inside the temple, okay, so walls of the temple were divided into certain vertical planes. Okay, 3 vertical planes are called Triratha, 5 vertical planes, okay, is called Pancharatha, 7 vertical planes, it is called Saptaratha, and 9 vertical plane, it is called Navaratha. Okay, and these vertical planes were used to narrate a story, to narrate the story in a sculpture way. In a sculpture way. Okay, so on these vertical planes, okay, the story of the Ramayana, the story of the Mahabharata, okay, or the story of the Gita were narrated in a sculpture form. Understood? So that is the features of the Nagara style of temple architecture. Okay.